All right, ladies and gentlemen, I came up with an idea to demonstrate you how the police made the selection for me. I told you I refer to this camera here. It's known as, right there as I click on application information, it's known as night camera low light vision. So this camera actually is going to come to play, makes sense finally in the evening hours. Right now it's 14:01 p.m. here in Slovenia. Sun is outside, it's sunny as hell, and this camera is not going to make any sense whatsoever. But I am going to use this to demonstrate you the difference between this camera and other cameras, and then compare this, what you will see in the daytime is doing, with evening vision. So you're going to see in the evening how it is, and you're going to see it now. Right now, recording this stuff doesn't even make sense, but I want you to be aware about the difference of what make me use this one here, this night low vision camera. What made me use that stuff was simply this one here. And of course, also all other applications, because that stuff is designed for the night. So now you're going to say, oh, you're crazy. This camera looks good. It does. This camera looks good in the daylight. In the daylight, you could even refer to me as crazy. But in the evening light or with a lack of sunlight, this camera is a nightmare. This is with the lack of the sunlight and still with the sunlight present is the way it looks. To me, it looks like a shit. To video record this here, based on what I see, if my life would depend on, it would be very, very bad. So, logical step was find yourself night vision, low light software. So, here is one, the one that I demonstrated you earlier. Now this one performs way better than the one that I demonstrated you. It's not much better, but there is stuff that you can see. You can see better. There is stuff a little bit you can see. And, you know, it's still not complete night. This is very, very responsive this year. It's very, very responsive to the light that I just turned on. That's artificial light, opposed to the other one that I demonstrated you, a timestamp camera. Totally sucks. This is highly, I recommend you, because you can nicely for free use stuff, such as you can regulate yourself. Trust me, that is worse than the one that I demonstrated you. I don't have a capacity to demonstrate you this in a full. Actually, you know something? I do have it. I do have it, and so we're gonna do it like this. I do have it. I should be capable to use this. Let's see. That's basically the way it feels. Quite actually responsive, because it's a mixture of the sunlight that's coming through these windows here with light. So that's why I said it doesn't make sense to record this now. It's a trouble. It really is a trouble. It's bad. But let me demonstrate you. See, shit, man. This goes like completely black, dark. You can't see shit. Look at this. We're in the kitchen. It's not supposed to be this way. And look at this. This is a timestamp camera. So I'm gonna take this off. What a horror, man. And I'm gonna turn exactly where I'm standing at, what is known as a night low light camera. What a difference, man. Yeah, not such a big difference. Still not such a big difference. It actually sucks. And the daylight cameras are gonna take a huge chunk of this one. And maybe another one, if I can recommend you, is this one here, application information. If you take this one here, and it's gonna tell you this is also a timestamp camera, but this is low light timestamp camera. You have to take this thumbnail that you see right there and search for one on the internet to get it. Right timestamp camera with a low light night timestamp camera. That one makes all the fucking sense in the world. It's one of the best. I barely got this poor thing about 7 or 8 months ago. I started to use this when they have stolen me the telephone. This was the next alternative. Yeah, voila, this. You can see me better now. I mean, this is a totally, it's a totally different picture. I mean, this stuff here, it's, what can I say? This is actually really, I like that. You see, this is beautiful. The stuff like this, I mean, to be, this is a true with a timestamp. Look at that, Google Author Times, daytime displayed. This is what you call actually a timestamp camera, not this one here. Let me demonstrate you. Yeah, right. Okay, just gonna close it down like this. Okay, I'll do it like this. I would not want to have problems with this crap. Okay, good. Let me just make sure that we are still recording. Oh, cool. Nice. So like I said, this needs to be re-recorded again at nighttime. This is the vision with the same also night stamp camera, the one that I'm using, the one that you see me using on most of the videos. And it sucks. This is totally fucked up. This here. This is the worst. See what this is? Very bad. On top of it, there is another problem with it. Yet I persisted and persisted with it. The problem is resolution, just like on the other camera, timestamp camera, which has a much better lighting fixture. It is restricted to 965/40. With the telephone they have stolen me, the situation was completely different. And this is one of the reasons why that telephone was stolen. That particular ULA phone had a better ability to connect with its softwares and would give me even HD resolution on this software. You understand? On this software would give me a better HD resolution. So when it comes to video recording, everything was better, but this software is just extremely, the software itself is extremely disappointing. And police knew about this stuff. Police heavily brainwashed me on this camera, on this one right here. I'm video recording, screen recording right now, not using this camera to video record. This is all screen record. They were brainwashing me terribly that they modified me the telephone. So it was enormous paranoia, schizophrenia from Igor Jurcic, from neighbors, from Andrei Ulf, from Aleš Berger, from Method Yerman, especially a neighbor, Method Yerman, hired investigator, retired now. Igor Jurcic, Stefanic, all this police officers, people that were involved in MK Ultra, they brainwashed that they did something to the telephone, and that's why this is the way it is. No, in reality, this software stinks. It stinks. And police knew that I am going to make choices. Opposed to the software, so-called night camera, low vision camera, you can see that you can choose here between the photo, yes, and video. It's displayed, yes? And if you want to switch the camera, it's pretty much on every software like this. You have the button right there that you can use and that you can switch between, yeah? Yes, but not on this stuff here. Not on this stuff here. This is stupid. Really, really stupid. But at nighttime, you will see, later on I'm going to demonstrate you, this is the most effective software. Still, it's not a nighttime, so you cannot see the most evident difference between this stuff here. So this is where the problem is. If you do this, you take photos. And if you do this, you take videos. However, there is a problem. You have to click on it. Now that you see that I have a camera enlarged, you have to click on it one more time to start to video record, which is not going to be possible because I am using the screen recording. I hope so, and I will sure not want to be fucked again. It just happened to me that I recorded the whole video and zappity, I learned that the recorder stopped along the way, the screen recorder, right? So this is, they knew that at one point or another, just as it did happen also with the timestamp camera that I demonstrated you. I was cursing the hell out of the telephones. This telephone, I was cursing the hell out of it because they claim that this is the telephone that is going to make use of the timestamp camera close to impossible, but not the telephone that is guilty, but that they will fuck me up the telephone when they will deliver me the telephone. And the telephone really was delivered through the warehouse where I was tortured, right here in Novo Mesto. For many, many years before that, warehouse even became a shipping company. Žabjavas warehouse. So, conspiracy theories that Novo Mesto Police Department loaded me with are just unlimited amount. They were really, really specialized in certain issues to misrepresent. For every shit, for every program, they knew how to misuse one. The one who was regulating this kind of a free software and the type of software you can use, you know, that's really the one who released this stuff. This was all released from United States of America. Luckily, if it was for British, we wouldn't have anything at all. British wanted to privatize absolutely everything. Talking about the British royals. It's absolutely the worst garbage that I know of. So you got this one here, and then you also have this camera timestamp, which I also have demonstrated you, which is completely logical also. All the cameras have a different approach from the so-called night low light camera, the one that I demonstrated you. And it doesn't matter what the fuck you do, you're not gonna find one like that. The same shit. Photo, video, you can switch just like this. And voila, it also gives you the chance for you to turn around the camera like this. There you go, hello. This is where the scary part is, because this camera somehow doesn't listen. Damn it. And I was lucky enough to change that one again. This is the original software that came with the camera right here, the one that you see here. But as I change this to, yeah, it's working very good because it's a sunlight. Sunlight, it's not a problem. But the same thing, look, if you want camera, you click camera. If you want photos, you click photos, right? And then, of course, you still have to click the red button that you see right there to video record, yeah? So they knew for every program, they knew how to misuse, how to misinterpret it. And there was no camera that was diligent or more brainwash than the two cameras I demonstrated you. One was a night, one was a regular timestamp camera, and the other one was a night low vision camera, which I already demonstrated you. And this is actually comparable to whatever other camera that you want out there. These are all the cameras that more or less are related to the camera that I demonstrated you earlier. But there is no camera so stupid, so impossible to use like the camera that I demonstrated you. Yeah, Mama is just not very happy about it. They're all easy to use, that's the point. And right now, there's no point in even using them to demonstrate you the problems that I encounter with this timestamp camera, because it's a daytime, it's not evening or even night camera. When it's a night, when you rely on the timestamp camera, you are completely out. That's when it's game over for you. And you have this here open camera, the same thing. This is a practically copy of the, oh man, let it be, whatever, it doesn't matter. I don't know what that would be. If you do this stuff, you will, you know, photo is this here. This is basically the same as was based on the night stamp camera. I never used this, and this is not for the nights anyway. So, in order to reduce this issue of night and day, I have decided instead to use simply night, low light, full HD camera. I like that, and it has proven to be almost lethal for me. Based on the, I did not know where I wandered when I started to use this night low light camera. It was a whole different world when I started to use that one, and I started to record the brainwash pertaining to that camera. So I'm gonna do something similar to this just so that you can see how it works at night on a light, on a regular light, just on a regular light, not completely without the sunlight. But that's all there is for daytime. This is what you see on a daytime. They knew that eventually this is going to reduce me. At one point or another, it's going to reduce me to this camera here. If you want high definition at night, full HD or HD, then this will be the choice. And this camera would be your best choice. It's not going to give you a timestamp. It's not going to give you a timestamp, but it will give you full HD or HD. And there is another thing. It also works okay in a daylight, in a normal daylight. So that makes this camera exceptionally better than other cameras out there. Because other cameras all through, they give you full HD and so on. For free, yes, you can get cameras like this. This camera gives you exceptional ability to adjust issues pertaining to resolution. It's free software to resolution, and foremost, when you need this at nighttime, if you want to do this, you can use it. It's good. It's the best, actually. Rather than if you really need to use this camera, which also limits you to the resolution of, I don't know, 960 by 540, something like that. Let me demonstrate you this stuff here. Pretty much the same thing. This is this one here. This will be this here. Then we would go, probably I would say here, and it doesn't even give me, it doesn't even tell me what is the this camera for the night vision and that kind of stuff. Maybe I finally even fixed the problem. I don't know what it is. I have to see how sharp this camera is. For the night vision, for the night, this is the best camera. But the camera that I demonstrated you, the night camera low vision, was used a lot during MK Ultra. It was used for everything during MK Ultra, next to also timestamp camera. For the same issues, they would use different softwares. If the software has a capacity to misinterpret the software, that's exactly what they would do. And at the same time, they would highly recommend one. They would highly recommend, this was like a highly recommended software by the police. So I'm going to do the same thing for the nighttime and demonstrate you the difference between these cameras. I shouldn't be pushing the luck. This is your timestamp camera, and boy, it sucks. Horror. In the same place where I'm standing, and you don't see anything, do you? And it's a daytime. It's a bloody daytime, and you cannot see shit. There you go. This was a daytime. Now I'm going to demonstrate you a nighttime.